Hello and welcome to the Kayden Gordon Show, today's best country mix. Joining me right here today is Jessie Shay. Jessie, how are you doing today?
I'm great. Thank you, Kayden. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. Thank you so much for taking the time to come on the show today.
It's really exciting to be with you.
So let's get started by getting to know you a little and how you got started in the music industry.
Okay, well, I have always been a lover of music. My dad was a musician, as were my grandparents. So music's come down the line to me. So I studied music when I was a little younger, and I've had a couple of bands. And then I had a little break for a while because my focus was to get a farm. So I worked really hard on that for a few years. And then now, a couple of years ago, I was like, yeah, it's time now. I have to do an album. So now I'm throwing myself back into everything. I've always been a writer and a songwriter. I mean, when I was really little, I used to sing songs to trees. So I have been writing songs for a long time, but now I'm actually really applying myself and recording the songs that I'm writing. So yeah, that's where I'm at the moment.
If someone was to take the time to write a song about you and your personality, what do you think that they would write about?
Wow, jeepers. Now that is a question I've never had before, but this is very interesting. Okay, so there are a few strings to my bow, like no pun intended. So basically, music is a huge part of my life, but being a country girl is a really big part of my life as well. So, um, you know, I love nothing better than getting out there, fixing troughs, fixing fences, riding horses, feeding my cows. So I think it would definitely have to be a song that talks about rural life, but it would have to also talk about, loving music and, basically a nature girl, like the amazing jazz song Nature Boy. It'd be like Nature Girl, I think, because, yeah, at night I love to walk around the farm and hear the owls, hooting and all of that sort of stuff. So I think that would be the best thing to describe me in a song.
Awesome. Now, I know you just had a new country single come out called In My Hands. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, sure. So I'd actually just written, well, I just actually finished reading a book written by an amazing American songwriter, Mary Gaucher. So I had just finished reading that, and then I'd watched a special on New Year's Eve, which had Gretchen and Mary both doing some of their original songs, and I saw these amazing women with their guitars. And I'd just spent all my holidays and Christmas time practicing guitar. So, like, my hands are really sore. So, I was basically here on New Year's Day going, I'm so appreciative to be back doing music again. So, I wrote the song In My Hands as a gratitude song to my guitar to basically say when I'm writing music, I feel like I'm one of the best versions of myself. So that's basically how the song came about. And yeah, it's kind of a different take on a song. It's basically something, a thank you to something outside of yourself that makes you better than what you are, which I think nearly all of us and a lot of people have come up to me and said that they can see how this song means something different to them. It's like for them, it's like when they had their kids, they feel that their kids are the best versions, like makes them be the best version of themselves. Or it could be someone's favorite animal or a passion that they have. So basically, it's just like those things outside of ourselves that make us a bit better than what we might be any other day of the week.
Absolutely. And that is really awesome to write a song about that. That's really interesting.
It was a bit of a different take, but and you know what's really funny, Kayden, is it was one of those songs that it just happened really quite quickly. I spent the whole day working on it, and yeah, so like from 10 a.m. on New Year's Day to like 11 o'clock at night that same day, I just worked on it all day, and it was pretty much done that day. So I needed to do a few fiddly bits just to tidy things up, but yeah, thank you. It was exciting.
So, what advice would you give somebody that might want to start doing music? Whether that be singing, songwriting, what would that be?
I think it's really important to find out, first of all, well, it's a lifelong journey really of finding out who you are and what's important to you. Because if you want to do songwriting, I think it's really important to have a clear message of who you are. But the best thing to do is to get connected with other people that love the same sort of music that you do. So whether it's in a choir, a community choir, learning an instrument in a, because there's some pubs, well, they're called pubs here in Australia. As so basically there's some pubs that have people that can all just bring their instruments and have a go, and basically an open mic night. And in those instances you get to meet other people and find your music community. I mean, I know for me, when I got to go to music college, I loved it because I met people and we spoke the same language. So if you can get your community, and whether you find that community online or in person, find people that love the same things that you do, and then that kind of brings you together to then go on a ride and find out. And then when it comes to songwriting, you can do co-writing and all those sorts of things. So I think finding your tribe, music tribe, I think that's probably the best place to start.
I definitely agree. It's one of those things where whatever you're doing in the industry, it doesn't have to just be arts or whatever, doing anything in that, but just thinking like, DJs and stuff like that, you have to kind of have a family, like you said, a tribe. I call it a music family.
Absolutely. Yeah, much better word for it. Yeah, yeah, much better word for it. I was,
Yeah. I like
yeah,
tribe, but I feel like
yeah.
family makes more sense because they do feel like family, to be honest.
I completely agree. I think especially when you've been in a band with other people that you've been with for a long time, and you know each other, you can almost second guess what they're going to do. It's like a sibling relationship. It
Hmm.
really is, and you got to trust you got to trust each other. And and if you're not having the best night and you forget the words to the second verse, they go around and do another solo. You back each other up. You got each other's back. So yeah, family, much better. I agree.
So if people want to learn more about you, where can they find you?
Sure. Any Google search, you'll find me, Jessie Shay or Jessie Shay Music. I have an official website. I have YouTube channel. I am on all social media. I don't do heaps on TikTok yet. Mainly on TikTok, you'll see stuff about my farm, me feeding the cows or the horses doing crazy things. But mainly on Instagram. I've got a Facebook music site too. So, and yeah, all of those places, if you pop me in Google, so Jessie Shay or Jessie Shay Music, you'll find me. And yeah, I'd love to connect and chat with anyone. And so, yeah.
Yes, and it's CHE, everyone. It's not SHAY like a lot of people would think,
Yes.
just to make sure.
Yes. Thank you so much. I was going to spell that out. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. I figured I'd just jump in and make sure people knew so they're not looking up SHAY.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yes, that was a fun little thing that my mum did. She gave me that as my second middle name after Che Guevara, the freedom fighter.
Mhm.
So, yeah, it's something a little different.
Absolutely, for sure. And Jesse, is there anything that I forgot to mention that you would like to mention here on the show today?
No, just thank you for listening in. Thanks to talk to everybody all across the world, because it looks like your show goes everywhere. So,
Mhm.
yeah, hello from Australia. And yeah, have a great day, everyone.
Awesome. Jesse, thank you so much for taking the time to come on the Kayden Gordon Show, today's best country mix. We definitely appreciate your time and support. Thank you.
Awesome. Cheers.